Hey, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another video. Alright, today we are going to be talking about RWBY. God, it's been a long time since we made one of these videos. Of course, it's not a reaction as much as I would love it to be, because Volume 10 doesn't even seem like it's nearly on its way. There's been no notice of it at all. And also, just real quick, as a side note, I know some of you might have seen my community post already, but since it's Rooster Teeth related, I guess it kind of fits into this video. Season 14, Red vs. Blue, does not like me. I don't know why. Well, actually, to be fair, to be more specific, Season 14, Part 3 doesn't like me. Another video has been blocked, and the only way, every time I take out the segment or mute the segment or whatever, the bit that's blocked, it'll then just recheck it and then block another. It's really annoying. But anyways, the only way I could get it out was to literally just put that like square block that I put in the last one and blur it, but it was like all the way through the video and I just wasn't having that. So I've disputed it, since Rooster Teeth aren't even a thing right now, I can't imagine they would ever somehow block it still. But it does take at least 48 hours to go through, so that video hopefully will come out in the next like 2 days or so, unless it gets unblocked beforehand. Really annoying, and I do apologize, but there's literally nothing I can do unless I want to blur the entire video, which just, you know, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. And it's not the way I like to make my videos. So, yeah, just quickly as an aside, but we'll continue with this video. So, news for RWBY. So, as you all know, as I've just mentioned, Rooster Teeth shut down, I think it was like last month or the month before or something. And everything was up in the air as to like what was going to happen with the licenses, because obviously they have a lot. They have Red vs. Blue, which ended anyway, so you know that wasn't that much of a big deal. They have like Genlock, and they had like a few other things. In RWBY, arguably their biggest project and their biggest license was kind of up in the air as to like what was going to happen. And you know, the last volume was kind of like a filler volume, sort of them discovering and finding themselves again after, you know, all of the stuff that they've been through. And it kind of took place outside of the timeline of our world, because it was in the world, obviously, where the gods, the dragons came from. So at the end of that, RWBY and the gang go back to, I can't even remember, it's been that long since I've seen RWBY, I can't even remember the name of the place that they go. They go back to their world, essentially. And, you know, it was kind of left up in the air as to what was going to happen then. And then, of course, the Rooster Teeth thing happened and everything. So it's been up in the air, essentially. It's what I've been trying to say in a very long-winded way. But finally, we got a little bit of news the other day. I am a couple of days late, as is, you know, my habits. It got bought. Thank God. It is going to continue. It isn't just going to end on Volume 9, and we'll just have either someone be like, oh yeah, so this is what was going to happen, and this is how it was going to end, and you just kind of have to deal with that. No, we are actually going to be able to hopefully see an ending. So RWBY was bought by Viz Media, which owns a multitude of different licenses and, you know, do different anime and stuff like that. So they're a pretty goddamn big company to buy it, if you want to put it that way. And that is putting it lightly as well. So I don't know what's going to happen going forward with the story. I don't know if they're going to work closely with the showrunners, which does seem like it, because it says that Kerry Shawcross, who is the series showrunner, will be involved in the next phase of RWBY, which is good, because there is nothing worse than wanting it to end a certain way, or, you know, the showrunners in the creative party in making RWBY want it to end a certain way, and it gets bought by somebody else, and they just completely scrap that because, I don't know, they want to try and milk it for money, or they want to continue it in some way. You know, it's terrible, and it constantly puts that thought in the back of your head of, are they going to completely ruin, you know, what they've made, what 9 volumes have sort of accumulated into this big battle? Because, of course, this is kind of like coming to the end of RWBY. I think there's only like one, two, 3 volumes left. There's not a lot, right? The end battle is nigh. And like I said, there's nothing worse than getting to that point in them just completely milking it for all of its worth and just completely ruining the show, or giving it an ending that, you know, the fans just didn't deserve. And, you know, everybody wants the fans to be happy, because at the end of the day, they're the people that, you know, put the money in your pocket. They're the ones that buy the subscription to watch it. They're the ones that, you know, you want to impress. So ruining it or milking it is like the worst thing you can do. But a lot of people are money greedy and money hungry. So I don't think Viz are, but you never know what's going to happen. So anyways, carrying on from that. It does say here that no specifics were announced with regards to the new RWBY content. Viz is exploring wider distribution for the series, including home video, additional streaming platform releases, and more, and has plans for RWBY merch, which, you know, like I said, that's just kind of like wanting to make a bit of money. But a lot of people will buy RWBY merch because, like I said, it's a super popular license. So, but since we don't really have too much to talk about here, because, like I said, they don't know, other than the fact that it's going to be on additional streaming platforms, which is great, because if the more the merrier, and the more streaming platforms, the more likely people are going to be able to watch it and don't have to buy a specific platform for that, which is great. But as for the story wise and everything, like I said, it says that no specifics were announced, so I guess we just kind of have to wait for that. But we do have a little video that we want to watch. I suppose that we want to watch. You know, you guys are here as well. With the co-creator talking about, you know, Viz buying it and everything. So we'll have a quick watch of that now.
Hey everybody, my name's Kerry Shawcross.
I'm Barbara Dunkelman.
And we have some exciting news for you today. I know a lot of you have been wondering what's going to happen with RWBY, and we finally have an answer. RWBY has found a new home with Viz Media.
Woo! I'm very excited.
Me too.
Obviously, and I know you guys will all be very excited. What this means is Viz Media will be the home to the RWBY franchise. So that includes production, distribution, licensing, consumer products, and more.
As you can tell, we're very excited about this. This is a huge opportunity to grow our audience and expand into the future. In talking with Viz, they're also very excited about this. They obviously care about where the show is now, but they also care about where it came from, and they want to make sure that we can continue this story.
We are currently in talks with them about RWBY's future, and we are very hopeful for what's to come for this beloved series. So excited to work with Viz Media and to see what's next for RWBY.
For more information on this and all things RWBY going forward, you can go to Viz's official blog post at viz.com/RWBY. That's the RWBY one, not the RUBY one.
You guys should know that by now.
Yeah.
Viz will be posting more information on all things RWBY, so stay tuned for updates.
And thank you so much for supporting us over the years. It's what's gotten us here, and it's what's going to continue to propel RWBY into the future. So thank you all so much, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
All right, so as you can see, Kerry Shawcross and Barbara Dunkelman, which I never knew that was her name, who's the voice of Yang, they are very excited to be working with Viz. And it's a good thing, because if they're excited and they're working really closely with Viz, that does mean more than likely that the story is going to continue in the way that they planned it to, in the way that they wanted it to, which is great, because again, I can't think of anything worse than just having a show you've put so much time into being completely ruined just because of the fact that you know, it's been bought by somebody else and they want it to be another way. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. But we do have a couple of FAQs to go through, so we'll quickly fly through those and then we can end the video. So it says, yeah, what will happen to the official RWBY social handle? So from the looks of things, RWBY X, which is RWBY Twitter, and the RWBY Facebook page will still be active, and all the information will be going on them more than likely before it's out on like YouTube or anything. So if you want to follow along and get the information first, I would highly recommend, if you aren't already, to follow those guys. What does Viz have planned for the future of RWBY? Again, this is kind of what we talk about. We don't know. They don't know. It just says that, you know, they're exploring new chapters for RWBY, but there are just announcements to be made as soon as they can. So that's still just kind of up in the air. And then finally, has RWBY Volume 10 been officially confirmed? And there has been no news as of yet. But of course, with them being bored, I can't imagine them not continuing it. That would be incredibly stupid. So it kind of has been confirmed, but at the same time, not officially. So just, again, keep an eye out on the pages, and hopefully we'll get an announcement at some point. And then again, Kerry will be involved in the next phase of RWBY, which is, again, great, because hopefully it'll continue the way that we want it to, and we can get that big battle that we've been waiting for 9 seasons. God, it's been so long. Actually, it's been so long since I started RWBY. It's insane. I never really think about it until I just like flick down and I realized just like I used to live in my other house and everything when I first started RWBY, and God, it's been a good ride. It's been good fun. Yes, anyways, that's it for this video. Just kind of wanted to go over the fact that, like, say, Viz has bought RWBY in the license, so that kind of confirms that it's going to continue. But there's not an official confirmation of it, but we do have the showrunners and everything that are still working with them, so fingers crossed it's going to be a good end to RWBY in the ending that fans hopefully deserve and want. So, yeah, awesome. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It does help massively, and I do massively appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.